permitted use, you put all this stuff in here.
It's basically, I think, kind of self-explanatory.
No use that is prohibited in Article 7, Section 8 of this ordinance may be permitted through the conditional use. And I did double check, there is Article 7, Section E. Little 3 there. Provided to the planner during conditional use application. Then she gets into applications for conditional use, shall include stormwater management, blah, blah, blah. Applications for conditional use permits involving storage, handling, and use of regulated materials.
Oh, wait a minute, we do this thing.
Yeah.
We were looking at that when the daycare centers came before.
Right now, I mean, we've talked about, unless I'm like, it's in our ordinances, so we should have one.
Not
Okay,
that bad.
right,
Okay. Page 5.
yeah,
Those are just, by the way, we had our emergency management thing, and these type of things were discussed.
oh, interesting,
Okay, down there, conditional use permit,
yeah,
and must receive approval.
okay.
Okay, so we have it in the book for conditional use permit.
Yeah.
Do we have a permit for it?
Well, no. They come in and I don't know, they
Do we have a form,
Yeah, form, that thing,
a special use, a special conditional
conditional use form.
no, but I'm good on forms.
So we need to just find the conditional.
I'm the form guy.
Right, you just borrow one from another, pirate from another,
Right.
conditional use
Let
permit.
me make a note.
Yeah, conditional use permit.
Need
Huh?
Should be adding something to that, I don't see it anymore.
Okay.
I
No, not
this
the
last
bottle.
weekend.
Your granddaughter is in the tequila.
Yeah, you can't get
It's
into
not
that.
good.
No, it isn't.
You know, those college kids.
Yeah, yeah, they're a bad influence on you, John.
Okay, page 5 we're through.
Yeah, we're good.
Page 6, nothing really fancy there.
That's the end.
The site plan, we've updated, yeah, makes sense.
Now, a lot of this was Grammarly edited.
Yeah,
Grammarly, depending on how it's set up, Grammarly tries to make it less legal, but there are some terms. For example, I don't know, I was doing something and it didn't make sense, so you don't have to put this.
but I think I think you're good because we finished, you know, you put this all together and got it situated and it's been reviewed by legal, so we're,
We're good. Yeah, we can,
Yeah.
I could make a motion, which I will,
okay.
that we accept Article 7, the Aquifer Conservation Overlay Zoning District portion of our zoning ordinance as edited and transcribed per this document.
I'll second it. All in
Kristen.
favor?
Wait a minute, I'll just give Robin time to catch up. Okay, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Excellent.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Excellent, is right, so this, so with
So-
these updates, this is what we will be,
Yeah.
at the public hearing.
What I will
Perfect.
do is then I will publish this in the proper form because we have to present that to the public and it has to be
Yes.
available to the public right through election, right?
Right.
It has to be posted,
Well, it has to
be
be,
available so many days ahead of the
right,
election.
once your public hearing is done, then what happens is as the board, we approve it, you know, the final version, and then that's what has to be, it has to be.
Approved, that's when it's be
It's
approved.
approved, and that's when it gets posted like with your warrant.
So we
articles.
approve this now as written, but
Yeah.
we can't officially approve it until after the
Right,
hearing.
we can't approve it to be
So
going.
this is a, what do you want to call it?
Preliminary approval.
This is an accepted as written.
Yes, accepted as written.
We throwing this, can you
Now,
get
is
all
this one
this?
that goes on the ballot, or does it go into the?
No, it'll go on the ballot.
It goes on the ballot, not
Yeah,
town
so
meeting?
what happens is once the warrant articles and everything's ready, the budget and that is ready to post.
This goes on
will-
the ballot.
That will be attached.
Now, we could, at the hearing, we could, somebody could mention something, we didn't think of that. And we can change it. And
Right,
then-
yes.
Then we could, at that same meeting, vote to approve it as whatever
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
And then
And
it's
we-
done.
Right, yes,
So-
that's the idea, is you open it up as the regular meeting, go
Yeah.
to the public hearing, get all the input. If there's something we have to tweak, we come out, when we're done, we make the update, and then we can approve it.
One down, two to go.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, impact fees. According to
Heidi?
Madam Chair here, she had no comment on that. And I think we have looked, so I gave you.
Yeah, Heidi said this was ready to go as it was.
Yeah, as it was.
Oh, but you
So
have,
I make a motion that we approve this for.
You wanna,
again, what was the little thing you just said, except as written?
As transcribed on this document
Yes,
here.
yep.
Which is proposed revision. It says 6/19/2023. And do I have, let me see what I have on
There's
that.
no date on the one that I
Yeah,
have.
it's on the.
That's right here.
Oh, in the gray area, which might be a little hard.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh.
okay, sorry, proposed revision.
revision on 6/19/2023.
Yeah. Yeah, because we didn't really change anything.
No,
Okay.
so you've made that motion,
Yep.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
perfect.
Do I make copies of those?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I'll
he's
get
gonna give you a copy of them, and you're gonna attach them to these minutes. So then at least we have it there. that we
So you don't have to
it.
write them all out again.
Yeah, I'll have them for you on Monday. Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's fine, I won't,
You're not coming in tomorrow.
correct.
Why not?
Rat.
Cause she's got tomorrow.
It's
Okay.
a part-time job.
Right,
Part-time?
yeah.
You know what part-time is in this town, right?
Hold on.
Okay, so now, you
So,
wanna move on to the solar?
Solar ordinance, now. Yeah, what's this?
Wait a minute, before you do that, you wanna do the voluntary merger?
Oh, yeah, I can do that. This is a quick,
John did not like the voluntary merger.
I don't like it.
oh, okay.
It's way too simple.
That makes sense.
So I complicated it by making it, instead of one page, I made it six.
6.
Right. So voluntary merger update.
You know where this is from? This is word for word, from all.
Oh,
And
you liked it.
I did. And why did I like it? Because anybody that comes in for a voluntary merger doesn't need to ask anybody, you got a copy?
No, we don't.
No.
You don't?
No,
Oh,
no. I'm
Okay.
like, no, I don't.
okay, hang on. I made it.
Oh, they're in the pile right there.
Well, crap.
What's the pile under your phone?
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Well, okay, that's all right.
Well, anyway, I'm good at, I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay. I thought I made copies.
You probably did, you just,
I did, it's probably in here somewhere.
that looks pretty thick.
Oh. Look that. Okay, this is the current one. And I had questions about the current one. All right, this is the current one,
Right.
okay? So, first of all, first thing was wrong, this was wrong. The RSA, it should be 69, that's probably a typo.
Right.
The thing that was added was this statement right here.
Oh, the mortgage, yeah.
The mortgage thing, okay? And what this RSA says, this is the RSA.
Yep.
And this was, that mortgage thing was changed here,
Oh.
and it's right here.
There was another, yeah, somebody there. Right.
Okay, do you want to know what it says? If you have a mortgage, if you do a voluntary merger, you have to
Merging
get
lots.
permission.
If you have a mortgage, right, no.
If you have a mortgage or a lien, well, we said lien in here, but the law says mortgage only.
Oh,
Doesn't say anything about any other instrument. I don't know if we could overstep the law.
Yeah, well, I wonder
You
how.
can
loose-
make it
I-
more stringent than the law. mortgage or
Well,
lien.
you can in
well,
some, I don't
I was
know.
gonna say, because.
Well, the bank does hold the lien.
What's that?
The bank does.
No,
hold
but,
Yeah,
it.
but,
but it's only saying, the RSA only refers to as mortgage.
Oh,
Right, is that word interchangeable with lien, is that more?
Well, a mortgage is a lien in a
Right.
way, but a contractor
home
could have a
equity
lien
loan is
on your
not a
property
mortgage,
because you
it's
haven't
a-
paid it.
right?
A lien isn't necessarily a mortgage.
Yeah.
It could be other liens, it could be work.
Could be a tax.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
right, so,
Okay. So, I even had one back 2013, 2015, 2016. I just didn't get to them. So, this is fine. The thing I had a question, this was included also. What is the fee? Here it says 25 bucks, and I've seen another one that says 50, so what is it? What is it?
it's 50.
50. That's what I kind of thought. Where is that fee listed? Is there a list of fees that we have
You
in?
have, I gave you a list of fees for building and everything back.
That should be in, okay. So
So we'll post it.
these documents here are very short and very sweet, okay? And people can say, well, what am I supposed to, how am I supposed, what am I? So, therefore,
bim, bam, boom,
bing, 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 Alton has,
your first page is on the bottom, I think, Tom.
yes it is.
There you go.
Okay. This is like an instruction book.
Right, which is good.
Tells you all about the law, what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, all this kind of, there should be no questions whatsoever. This is page 2, lot merger requirements. Doesn't violate any of our ordinances. Here is, this is the merger lot application, lot number, names, addresses, legal owners, yes, no, but, I mean, it's, my neighbor had problems with this because of the old form. He was merging his lot. Okay, this is just easier to follow.
Must be, yeah, easy is better.
Easy is better.
Easy is, well, it may seem longer. This gets into more of the legal stuff. Note of the Republic saying, you are the one who are signing this. So that's that kind of stuff, kind of a separate page.
Does it have the fee on there? Not on, whatever.
No, I have a fee in, I think I put the fee in here someplace. If I didn't, I can throw it in there. I can put it in there.
I'll take a look, John.
Yeah, I don't think it's in there. So then, this is the final page 6, and this is called, oops, error. I have Alton volunteer, it's gotta be Middleton. Oh, I changed, they had site regulations, we don't call them site regulations, we call them development regulations. So I changed that to development regulations, and this is a checklist for the applicant. Okay, you get the form completed, provided, planning board, that kind of stuff. I don't think I put the fee
Yeah, I
in,
don't see, yeah, you're right, you didn't, I don't see it,
but
sir.
it was in there someplace. It
If
was,
we're gonna make it easy, we should probably
So
put the
you
fee
probably,
in there.
there's a say in here, prior to recording.
we should put the fee in there?
I mean, if it's gonna be easy, one shot,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
one shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Could you put the fee like right on that front page?
Yeah,
with all
he's gonna,
the-
yes, it's gonna be in, it would be
Yeah, I
in
can
there,
put
like
the- I
a
can-
check with.
I
the
could,
merger.
I could, instead of putting $50 fee, I could put a $50 fee. Is that gonna change sometime? I could put fee as per planning board fees? Or do you wanna
Yeah,
put the
but I
50?
think you should put
Now,
the
if you're
50.
gonna have
Okay.
a dollar figure, because if you don't, then
Okay.
they don't have to pay it.
So, number 11, I could put down here
Yeah.
as applicable fee is
I would
50.
just write it, because it's gonna be put, I imagine, somewhere where when we update the form.
We should update them yearly, and then,
Yeah, so yeah, so
Just
just make a
change.
number 11 there,
You
John.
can always put $50 as of 2024, that way. we know
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna put it on first page, number
Yeah.
11, that
Yeah.
the application fee is $50,
Right,
payable to blah, blah,
Well, are
blah.
all of these forms like accessible to somebody to update? I'm not saying like just anybody, but like, is there like that has like the master copy? Oh, so it would be, so as long as,
Very good
Don't
question.
leave us.
He has the,
Very good question.
So then
There should be, by law, a correspondence management team.
How much is that?
Committee, sorry,
yeah,
Madam Chair.
yeah, no, you're good, okay. John is that sole.
So I'm the guy. I have more forms than you know what to shake the stick at.
Well, I mean, and not just for like the planning board, but I
Right.
would say like in general for the whole town, like all of our forms, I imagine should be in like
A forms folder?
a forms folder, so then that way when it gets
That
voted to
is
update.
the correspondence management
Management.
committee's responsibility.
Right.
Who is on the correspondence?
That's
There's
John.
nobody
That's it.
on there.
Well, I mean,
Would you like to chair it?
Would you like to chair it?
I'm really good at knowledge management, but I would have to have the buy-in for other committees, because I'm not going to,
Right.
but yeah, I'd like to we should reach out to the school board, to anyone who has these forms. just to
Well, we
consider.
have in this town here, and it's just the way we've operated for years, we have a plethora of forms that are all different. I tried to start numbering forms. Planning board, files and number, planning board form 1, conservation form 2, board of selectmen form 3. Like I have, the town has adopted my letterhead for a lot of things. That was my letterhead. So I have letterheads for the planning board, conservation commission, all of them.
Right.
I mean, is there
Well, I
like
mean,
a,
typically, like if you were to go for, example, with the hospital, all of our policies are, numbered, policy, whatever, and it's page marked, and then when it's updated, it's,
That's part of an SOP.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
That's another good.
standard operating procedure.
A lot of those current forms are online. I
Yeah.
know different departments,
Well, I gave
but that's
you-
not a history.
No, there's no rhyme or reason.
town hall?
Yeah.
Your
No,
comments
but I'm
are-
saying
A
like
lot
there
of
should be like
stuff
the
over there.
master
I know.
copies, so then that way when we revise things, there's not,
Well, we didn't even have
Multiple.
the.
The ones
policy.
that are most
This is
critical
for
though,
Personnel policy.
forms,
Um,
are planning board forms.
Right, yes,
Yeah.
or,
Driveway forms, I
right,
think we
or
changed that one.
they go
time.
through the code enforcement
Code
office,
enforcement
which
form.
is all,
The
comes
zoning
kind of,
board, too.
yeah.
Zoning board forms,
Yeah.
yeah. So, if you want, I will put the fee down here,
Yeah,
and then
fix that last page,
I can run it. What's that?
fix the last page, it says Middleton and not Alton. I'm just saying. Oh, leave it on there, see if anybody catches it, John.
then they can dispute it. and- well, then-
No, one of us.
Oh.
We
One
don't
of
have
us.
that many volunteer mergers.
I know.
No, we don't.
It would be the one that we did. No, good job, John.
Okay.
I have one question, and then we can look at the
Question two.
solar thing. Budget.
Yeah. What about the budget?
I'll ask you while I'm here, so that I don't have to do what I don't have to. All my lines are fine except for legal,
Yep,
and I'm thinking that we should put in somewhere between 7,500 and 1,000, yeah, 10,000.
what is it?
Because, I don't have, for some reason, I don't have the beginning, so I don't know what, I think we figured it around 5,800. If you recall, we eliminated a
No,
line.
right, but you don't have any budget at all?
I have a budget, I do.
Oh, yeah, so it should say in there what was right in.
So we had 5,850,
Right, so I would put it up to
7,500.
75.
The reason being
You
is,
know we have a 2%
I've got
cap.
bills from the attorneys, which I had told Carol, any bill that's being paid for the planning board, I want a copy of the invoice. So it's getting up there in price,
Right,
and if we're gonna use them next year, for any other ordinances we do, we wanna make sure we got enough money in there.
Are the attorney's fees rising?
As with
Like everything
everything
else, so
else.
maybe we should bump it up to 10,000.
Well, that's what I
What are
said.
their prices going
right,
up
well,
to?
but the problem, I didn't say the problem, but the issue we have to remember is we have a 2% tax cap.
Well, okay.
So,
I
so that
understand.
2%, that,
Up from somewhere else, I guess.
well, where? Where are you gonna cut from? Where? because we can't cut from anywhere else. Every other line, I said, except for one department, and that's because we haven't had
Well,
something.
then I will
I
refer to
gave
your,
these to
your.
you.
So that, it's gonna have to be
Suggested.
like that.
You would have
No, so
something
what I
to
would
work with
suggest
the,
is, you can put in there, it'll probably be put at the at the cap, and then it'll have to be brought up at the town meeting, because you can,
Right.
you
No,
can
I mean-
overwrite your tax cap at the town meeting, I think that's what's gonna
I'm not
happen.
interested in overriding a tax cap, I just think that since everything is going up, and with no signs coming down, we should.
It's
but-
not that everything is going up, John, it's that we're using them for things we never used them for
Right, no, but I
before.
mean,
But their price is going up because everything's going up.
Well, yeah,
right, yeah,
But we also have to make,
and we're using them more.
we also have to
Right.
balance out the price of hot tops going up and the price of gas going up.
Yeah.
So I don't mind 7,500, I'm just floating the idea, you've got a better idea of the numbers.
No, I don't know, because I just don't know.
so what do you think, Roxy, on 7,500?
I would do 75, huh?
That'll be an interesting budget season.
Yeah, it is gonna be interesting, but I don't have to.
Well, the good news is the bonds is.
I wanted to ask you something, John, afterwards, but go, let's go to the solar. I gotta find this question.
Something?
Yes, I found something in the book here, and it sparked some question for you in particular, and I thought it was quite interesting.
It's called AGE.
No, I know, but I don't know this like the back of my hand.
What are you looking for, you know?
No, I do, I'll find, as soon as I find it, I'll bring it up after the meeting or whatever. But let's,
We'll clarify it.
yeah, you're gonna chuckle, I think, when you see it, that's why I, but go ahead, I'm sorry, I don't want to.
What's it about, John, could probably tell you where to look for it.
No, it has to do with, oh, I know it, it has to do with when you're converting your property converting it from seasonal to, where is that? There's seasonal dwelling conversion, page 46, and I
See,
thought.
if you look at the index first,
Right, but, well, it was because I was looking for this accessory dwelling. John, I thought this was.
what page are you on? here?
Page 46
Page
of the copy I have. It says,
What are you guys gonna change yours to seasonal permanent? You're gonna move up there? Is that what you're doing?
no,
Jones Road, you're
no,
gonna camp out?
no, but I'm talking about ours, right here. Right here, John. So to go to the bottom of page 45, it
40?
says,
45.
so it says a
Yeah.
seasonal dwelling conversion, right?
Yeah,
So he says, the conversion of into a home that is or may be used as a primary year-round dwelling shall not be allowed unless the following conditions are met.
okay.
Septic system. The
Yeah,
applicant must submit proof of compliance with RSA 485.
that's a septic system. That's what that is.
Well, wait a minute, in full accordance with environment, blah, 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 and all other pertinent sections of the administrative rules of the New Hampshire Department of Environmental Services that pertain to conversion to full-time use or occupancy of existing structures. Holding tanks are not permitted.
So I have a question about
Well-
this. How do we know who is?
Okay, now, wait a minute. Holding tanks are not permitted. For conversion. There are people who have holding tanks right now.
Right.
They're grandfathered in.
How are they grandfathered?
Because it's probably existed before this thing was, what does it say about grandfathering? I think.
Nothing.
it's-
It says
There is no
nothing on this,
grandfather.
nothing on this seasonal dwelling conversion, there is no grandfathering.
State of New Hampshire doesn't acknowledge the
They don't
grandfather.
acknowledge grandfather.
So people with holding tanks are going to have to.
Unless, well, people who are living in a home that is their full-time, all year round home need to have a septic, not a holding tank.
Okay, so I have a question on that, because what about the people that are now snowbirds? So we had people in my neighborhood that were seasonal, but now they're up here for at least 6 to 8 months out of the year.
Well, where are they calling their residency? If they're up here 6 to 8 months of the year, then their residency would be, I would assume, be up here, because they're up here more than that.
Right.
But what I'm suggesting is I would start out with saying, okay, these are the homes we know that that went from seasonal to full, whatever.
Do you
Then
have to
full-time.
register?
Well,
Because how do you keep track of it? Because there's so many houses in my neighborhood that were seasonal.
I know how to do that.
well, no, but I'm just saying,
And
I have found something that will address the concern concern over at the lake, and now you're sitting there saying, how do you determine that? I mean,
No, I'm not,
And who-
I'm not fault, I think it's a great idea, but I'm saying like, how do you, because there's so many people that know the loopholes.
well,
Let me tell you how other towns, first of all, that will be the biggest elephant you ever encountered in there, because other towns have what they call health ordinances. And if you, well, some homes, when you do a septic, it's registered at the state.
yes, it is.
But, I have a septic system that I was told was put in 95. And I checked
When did you move here?
2002.
Okay, no, so that, all right, so you were, all right, so you
Okay,
came in after.
So I
just
checked
wanted to-
the state. My guys in the state, they, John, you don't have,
There's no paperwork on it.
there's no paperwork. But if you go up on the second floor, there is a plan that's yellow as can be in my folder of a septic system. But they weren't approved prior to a certain date by the state. They didn't have a rule that approves it. So what I will do, because this is a big, big thing,
Yeah.
because one of the emergency management issues that we discussed Monday was to look into and determine leakage. And I asked, what's leakage? Septic systems that are not working properly, and that's part of emergency management system because it could cause a health problem.
Right,
Not just the lake. What about the people who live up on Drew Drive?
right.
And somebody has a bad system and that washes down to, even though they have 5 acres up there. You want that neighbor to be running down, go into your well or under your property? No.
Right. I just, so
That's
I found, I came across this when I was reading from something, and I'm
but
like,
I will say
ooh.
this, you
John
have an
might find-
excellent question, but
Jennifer might
this
find
is
it
referring to,
Don't just put the tag on, make a note on it.
this, I know what you're gonna say, because I just thought of this myself. This is every dwelling, 98% of the dwellings in this town, well, no, that's not true. On the lake, 98% of them were seasonal to begin with.
Were, correct.
Now, there's a few that have been destroyed, and when you add a room, you gotta have a new septic. That's why people like mine, I have 3 bedrooms with an office with a cubbyhole, no door. People have basements, rec rooms with pull-out couches or sofa things. Now, basement is a different thing because of egress on it.
Right.
But this
I
says seasonal, yeah, we're getting close.
Not only is it supposed to be registered with the state, but a copy of the plan is supposed to be at the town hall.
But I just came across this, and I
Yep.
thought this was very kind of interesting based off of
Yep.
what's kind of going on.
Some of the
right now.
real aggressive health ordinances, that would be a health ordinance, you could put that into. I'm gonna tell you, I guarantee you the state will push to have your septics down the road registered just like your car. Yep, they're gonna make you do that. Just like
When we lost our leach field,
And they make the bicycle people register, right?
But it's
when we
gonna
lost our
register
leach
his,
field back,
Are we gonna get registered for walking implements as well?
Maybe.
we're gonna give you walking lanes in this town.
No, I just wanna know if you have to register every bicycle, unicycle, roller skate, inline skate,
I
red
want
stick.
bicycles
Hoverboard.
registered, just like
Hoverboard.
I want canoes registered, kayaks registered,
when we,
paddleboards registered.
I'm just wondering if he wants canes, walkers.
Hey, you know what, if I have to
wheelchairs.
register the dog, then
when we lost our
Registers.
leach field after the Mother's Day floods, we didn't lose it in the Mother's Day floods, we lost it in the next round. I went to the state, they had 2 approvals. Which one did they throw out? The newer one. So they didn't have anything there. I said, "Well, Chip, this isn't my fault, this is your stupidity, and I'm not paying $1,200 for another design." So we got the design, it was in the town hall, that was supposed to be for a septic system in the front of the house. And what they did was, they just flipped it and put it in the back of the house.
Wait a minute, that's a violation of RSA.
So I took it to the state, and we have Lakeside Septic taking care of our stuff. And Bob went to the state with the plan, and they approved it, and he rebuilt it, and that was it.
Well, you gotta work with your septic guys. Because
Yeah.
They can work that out. But this just brings up, this is just, thank you, Roxanne, because this is just another little bitty thing.
Well, this supports,
Yeah, it is.
I think
But it
it's great, I'm
says
just
seasonal
curious.
dwelling.
yeah,
But,
but no, but it tells you, but it's,
I
because they
know,
want to
but
put
it
it.
says, but Roxanne, it says seasonal dwelling, it doesn't say existing family homes.
No, but it says if it's conversion,
you
if
convert
it's
it.
conversion from a seasonal dwelling to a home that's used primarily year-round dwelling.
So what's the definition of a seasonal home? I'm 6 and 6, I'm 6 months in Florida, and I'm 6 months here?
Right, maybe.
Well, if you
But I'm
spec-
just saying, so that's why I was
Have your
saying,
address.
let's start with the ones that we know are, we're seasonal and the people are living there year-round, okay? Let's just start with that. Then you can kind of hone in, because I mean, I think once you start there and you start working on that, the other people are gonna be like, holy cow, I'm gonna make the list eventually, but I mean, I get it, it's a process.
Roxanne, it's gonna be a big, that is bigger than an elephant. I don't know what's bigger than
I
a
think,
whale.
I think it's great that you have that, but I'm just curious to know, like, how are you, what is the definition, like John said, of a seasonal?
It tells
Well, you can,
And then-
I am sure this, I think we have, don't we have a definition?
Yes, we do,
In the back,
yes.
seasonal dwelling, I
And
think.
then who would be in charge of overseeing it?
If it's in the zoning ordinance, code enforcement.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere, absolutely.
Definitions, I know they're in here, so look at the,
How far back did they start registering septics?
I thought it was in the 70s,
30, so 87.
but I'm not sure, but I
It
can.
was because 74 was when my house was built.
Yeah, I can find out, and I can ask what the state thinks about. Now, this zoning ordinance was taken from Wakefield back in 2016 originally.
Did they have any problems like us?
Oh, absolutely.
Seasoning dwelling unit. A seasonal dwelling, a dwelling unit or structure containing a roof and that has contained cooking, sleeping, and/or sanitary facilities whose primary use or occupancy is or has been for less than 9 months out of 12 months of the consecutive months, out of 12 consecutive months.
What was, has been what,
Wait a minute.
used?
Has been in, says, has, all right. Sanitary facilities whose primary use or occupancy is or has been for less than 9 months out of 12 consecutive months.
I think what it's
So
trying to say.
somebody who
That's what I'm reading what it
comes
says.
up
I know
every
what page it is.
weekend in
Page 98.
a couple of weeks.
In summer. That's still seasonal.
Right.
What about the people that come, I mean, because we legit have people that are up almost every weekend, and then
But they're
they're,
only here on the weekend, they're not
but
here.
then they're here for like, oh, you know, in September, I'm gonna be here for a week or two, and then October, I'm gonna be here for a week.
No, then they're not.
And then what about the Airbnbs?
Well, again, like I said, I think
Those
you
are-
need to start somewhere and then kind of like with these ordinances, we, hone in, make things more specific, but it's a start.
Well, that would encompass on the waterfront, people who are actually on the water, not on behind it, probably 80% of the homes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, once you start, it would be a wave because people are gonna be like, oh.
Because my neighbor next door, I'm not gonna tell you which one, but it doesn't
it's
matter.
only one or two.
He has 2 holding tanks,
Yeah.
and he pumps them out once a year minimum. And it's just an automatic thing, they come in, there's just 2 big ones.
No, but I mean, at least.
No, but
it's
you're
not
right.
done.
We don't know who has what, and then trying to determine that.
Right.
Like the towns that have these health regulations.
Is this something that we could reach out to Stratford Regional Planning
Sure,
about?
we kind of talked about that.
Yeah, we did, we mentioned that to them last.
Basically saying that we have this ordinance and we have this and blah, blah, blah definition, and so how do we wrangle this kind of?
We, if I may, I
Right.
don't want you to lose your thought. We at the Sunrise Lake Watershed Advisory Committee have a draft
Yeah.
already made up for a sewer septic ordinance system based on several towns up north and down south that have those regulations. Some of them are very tough. And they're very tough because the homes are around a reservoir that is used for drinking water.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, like I said, and I think I pointed you to this a
Yep.
while back, was New Durham. They're looking to implement
Yep.
such an ordinance.
Yep, I think that's when they had that little meeting or something, and I think
Yeah,
Carl went to that, I think, or
I don't
somebody.
know that he went to, but I saw it out on their website. out
Yeah,
on New Durham's, and
Matter of
I'm like,
fact, I have a copy of
So,
that.
yeah.
I think it was approved, I think.
Yeah, oh, well, see?
Well, I just hope that we,
That's gonna take a lot of investigation.
It is, and that's why I said, could we use Stratford Regional Planning as a
Yes,
kind of
they
a,
can guide us on that.
kind of, as a-
Okay.
I can
Sorry.
tell you just on Dudley,
Wait,
the number of people that have not,
I just want to
And I'd say
maintain the
4
character of
years.
the community.
have had their septics
meaning what?
emptied.
Well, I mean, we all want clean water and,
Yeah.
and nice properties, but we don't want to be intrusive. We're not going to every barn to see if they have a solar panel. We're not,
no, but the
Flashing.
septic system is a health issue.
it is, but people have, I mean, it's up to them to maintain their property. It's up to the
Well,
town to maintain.
but when it affects your neighbor, or your neighbor's neighbor, or the water that potentially, because, I mean, for you, because you're closer to the water, like Janet or John or
It's,
whatever.
John, it's a health issue.
Right.
It is a health issue, and we've had a recent health issue that got really obtrusive. I don't want to lean that way. I want to be maintaining
What
the
was it,
character.
what health issue was that?
Let's see, I don't remember, it was like, it was scurvy or something that everyone had to be closed down and masked up.
Scurvy?
It wasn't scurvy, it was something else, but,
COVID?
no, it was something else. It was,
What year?
everywhere. I'm
No,
just
I don't know
saying,
about it. No,
we don't want to scare people, we want
No,
people
no, you
to,
don't wanna scare
we
people.
want to have people buy into it.
Here's the way you
Well,
go, here's the
and
way,
that's, you know, we've tried doing that in different ways.
you know, what you need to start doing is start educating people, first of all, before you start hammering the, you know,
Yep.
these regulations in the other town weren't done in a year. It took 2 or 3 to finally get them. So, the
Yep.
first thing you need to do is education. And education, part of our budget for the Conservation Commission is for mailings and education. That's what we want to do. And there is septic is going to be probably number 1 to start off with.
Well, no one wants to have a messy septic issue, I get it, but
No,
I'm
I don't.
just trying to balance it
But
because,
you don't also expect them to do it overnight either.
no, but it's like John said, it's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to address.
No, because I can tell you personally, being on one of the associations and running our association's Facebook page, and I hear from everybody around the lake coming at me, asking me how we're gonna fix this problem, like I have all of the solutions. And, you know, how, you know, their rentals, nobody wants to rent there, and they want refunds because they can't use the lake, and people
Well, that's what I
pounding their fists and shaking
And I
everything.
get that, but I would
And
also
we-
turn around and say to them, do you have a holding tank or do you have a septic system?
So, well, this
Good
is the funny
question.
thing is once we start putting out education and information, and once it came out the education about, what was it, 22% was due to septic, and then all of a sudden, everybody goes back into their corners.
And 60% is stormwater runoff, but stormwater runoff picks up affluence from
Right,
less than perfect systems.
right.
Is that a good political way to say that?
That is good, yes, I have to say, that's very good, so.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I digressed.
No, 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 that was good though.
This whole
I
thing,
was,
but,
in my time, I'm gonna,
no, but I mean, I just thought, I saw that and I thought, oh my gosh, because Right, 90% of the ones, like you said, or 90% that are on the actual water have become full.
That is
Yep.
that is probably one of our major topics
A lot
of
of
that
people,
subcommittee. Yeah.
a lot of people changed to permanent homes on the lake in 2008 when they had the big.
But it's not just the lake,
trash.
it's not just the lake, it's
No, it's
everywhere.
No, it is, it's everywhere, because I can tell you, so, on, you know, like I'd say, it's not as predominant on this side because you're not on the lake, so you're not seeing
And
it.
you have
But
you
you
have
have
bigger, it's
our
not
houses-
as dense.
Right, the houses though over on this side of town are the older houses that
You don't know where it's going.
well, that was, you know, that were built back in the 50s or
Yeah.
before, and that was probably like a 500-gallon oil tank.
Yep.
But they found in our backyard when they were
That's just the way
rebuilding
they
our
used to do it,
septic.
because there were
They
no
found the dry
dry
wells.
So,
Well, there's,
And there was still water in that dry well.
well, you mean, that they used to pump water out? Yeah, there's, you mean that, but
They're
they're,
not legal
they're,
anymore.
what, you're talking about a gray well? Is that what you're talking, gray water?
They called it a dry well.
Yeah,
but
gray water, yeah.
it's like your shower, your
Yeah. Washing machine.
washing machine, yeah,
The washing machine is deadly for septic, but
right.
I don't care. I don't do it. I just throw them in the hamper.
You just don't do that. You just don't. You just
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll
So
second.
we'll go over the solar ordinance on the next one then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, what, and so our next our workshop, we'll hammer this out, and then it'll be ready to be approved at
Yeah.
the next meeting. Okay, I'm good with that. Thank you.
I seconded.
So that was at
All in favor?
7:38. Robin.
7:38.
Aye.